This is your opportunity to prove yourself against the television champion. I'm a former television champion myself, and you don't just represent me. You represent Preston. You represent yourself, and you represent something bigger than all of this. We have trained you. We have prepared you. You know everything he does better than he does. So tonight, you don't just go out for AJ. You go out for Ajax. Because we are Tap, and you will Tap.
Welcome, Row Nation, to another great episode of A Reality of Wrestling. I'm Chris Russo alongside CT, the Mike Slayer, Carolina T, and the Boat, Brad Gilmore, getting set for a fantastic show. Hey, Television Championship. What a great way to kick it off.
TV title is on the line, and there is Ajax, the member of TAP, T-A-P, Clay Roberts' faction, and he's going to have a shot at the shoot. Chandler Hopkins, the brand new Reality of Wrestling television champion. Chris Russo, a title that seemed to elude him for his entirety at Reality of Wrestling, is now around his waist.
I love it. Personally speaking, this man, the shooter, Chandler Hopkins, has grind mentality. Finally, well-earned, well-deserved television champion.
He cowboyed up. He did it the cowboy way, Carolina, and he's the champ.
He is the champ, and it ain't no fun when the rabbit has the gun, so let's see what Chandler does.
Well, here we go. Television championship to start on what should be a massive week here on Reality of Wrestling. Our main event, of course, Edge Stone is defending his King Booker T Championship, which has also been called now the Legends Championship here at Reality of Wrestling, against Say His Name and He Appears, the one and only Joe Hendry.
That is one heck of a main event. Do you know, I just love the fact that the Legends Championship has a picture of Booker T himself.
Well, that's a legend, right? That's a legend.
I mean, if you're a legend, you can do that.
Yeah.
You put your picture on the championship, though.
Well, right now, Ajax has a massive opportunity, though, speaking of that, to get a television championship. This is the first time we're seeing Ajax in singles action.
Well, just like the name implies, he is indeed the cleaner, the insurance policy for TAP, again standing for technique, aggression, and professionalism.
But noticeably not flanked by the other members.
Yeah, they purposely did that. Again, tests are what this is all about. It's the name of the game. Has Ajax learned enough from the learning tree that is Clay Roberts? We'll see.
Well, you have to learn how to clean your slate if you're going to go up against somebody like Chandler Hopkins.
Whoa!
Bam! Right now, Ajax taking a second. Oh, man, he might take more than a second.
Watch it!
Golly!
With precision, each and every single time.
I mean, with that Space Cowboy dive to the outside, and now a cover. 1, 2, and that could be it. No. You know, they always talk about when you win a championship, Chris Russo, it makes you 30% better. I'm already seeing a new layer of confidence from Chandler Hopkins.
Well, you know me and my relationship with math, Steiner math. I don't know about...
Whoa! Wait a minute!
Great catch as catch can on there!
That is the T in TAP. That was some great technique.
Ajax isn't letting the moment get too big for him.
Of course, we know Ajax, actually, amateur wrestler in the collegiate ranks. A very credible background. This is why he was scouted from Clay Roberts.
Oh! And a palm to the face for good measure.
Well, you know, that's in the Greco-Roman handbook, isn't it?
Maybe.
Oh, man! Chandler Hopkins now feeling a little bit from Ajax, who so far Carolina's been rather impressive right now since that huge German suplex.
Very impressive. I like his aggression. Even though there's a small difference of size differential, I like how he's focused on using his power and just...
Oh, God. Dang.
Go for the pin, go for the pin. There it is.
Here, one. What are you, coaching over here?
Well, look, at the end of the day...
Don't take sides, Russo.
It's not, but you have to think about the big X factor is for experience. And Chandler has that in droves right now, so don't waste time if you're Ajax. That is the way. You got to keep surprise. Shock and awe. And look right here.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh.
It's like you can hear me.
Do you have an earpiece in there? Are you cheating? Okay. He went silent. You noticed that. And now these huge clubbing forearms.
I mean, look, ground and pound. Love him or hate him, and especially whatever Clay has brought upon us with Tap. Successful so far.
But let me ask you this. What happens if Ajax wins and he's the new television champion? How's that going to make Clay Roberts feel? A stunned silence, huh?
Yeah. Stunned silence amongst us all. But Chandler Hopkins, if we know anything about the cowboy way, everything that Chandler has been through, there's probably something in that playbook of his.
Well, right now, looking for an opening, Carolina, but Ajax is just not giving it to him.
Chandler's going to have to pull out all his guns if he's going to come out on top.
Nice. Inside cradle, 1, 2, and no.
I mean, he's waited for the longest time to become a champion.
You're right. You don't want it to end so quickly in your first defense.
Yeah, I mean, imagine Ajax cleaning the slate so quickly. I mean, it's not going to go well.
There's those educated feet. I mean, those things spent time on the collegiate level.
Yes. Former professional bull rider. He's a lone cowboy in every sense of the term. And frankly, if it continues to lead to success, hey, I'm here for it.
A suplex of his own, the cowboy way. And now he's climbing up top.
That six-shooter, ladies and gentlemen, a thing of beauty. Look out!
Count to 1,000. 1, 2, 3, and still.
Prescriptions, cowbell, and more victories. Love to see that title stay around Chandler Hopkins.
Was that your Christopher Walken impression? It was horrible, but that was an impressive victory by Chandler Hopkins. We're going to see what happens with the rest of TAP, but right now, the shooter is still shooting.
Row Nation, I'm Emily May, and tonight, the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Fly Def, will be defending against the remote controls. Please welcome my guests at this time, the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Fly Def. Gentlemen, this is a really big match for you tonight. You have to retain these titles. What's your strategy heading into it?
What's our strategy? Emily, you really think we're going to give you our strategy? You really think we're going to give the Road Nation our strategy? Get out of here with that. Look, the remote controls. You two young punks think you deserve a title shot because you caught lightning in a bottle one time against us a few months ago. That's old. This is new. And tonight, we're going to give you two little punks a new video game ass whipping.
Emily, you call this a big match. A big match? This is just another day at the office for Fly Def. Man, we ain't worried about no video game playing, cheese ball eating, whole milk drinking, mama's boys living in their mama's basement. No. Tonight, we gonna go out there and we gonna do what we always do. And Fly Brother, you know what that simply is.
What we supposed to do. Yo, once again, this interview is over.
Jada, hello? Why would you put Kaylee in my place? Me and you are Spark the World. Me and you, not her. But that doesn't even make any sense. Like, what? Okay, but Jada, me and you. I wasn't here. I didn't lose the title. You know what? I'm gonna speak to management right now, okay? Hello, Abel? Anybody? Kevin?
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, the challengers from Gang Central Station at a combined weight of 325 pounds. The team of Dante Marquez, Jay Knight, and they are the Remote.
Getting set for tag team gold action here at the Reality of Wrestling in the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena. The remote controls, they are locked, they are loaded. Carolina, let's hope they've got enough one-ups in their inventory to last against Fly Deaf.
They definitely do. They have a chip on their shoulder. The remote controls ready to lock in.
And for the remote controls, yeah, there's a little bit of personal at stake after what we've seen in the past between these two teams, but a fantastic opportunity to take away gold from our current champs.
Their opponent from Houston, Texas, at a combined weight of 425 pounds. They are the reigning and defending Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions. The team of Brother War, Jay, Zach Sella, and they are Fly Deaf.
Carolina, they are the only 5-time Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions. A tall task at hand for the remote controls.
5 times. They said, what do 5 fingers say to the face? Slap. They want to smack the remote controls out of title contention. The title will not end up in the remote controls' hands, according to Fly Deaf.
Yeah, a lot of disrespect shown by Fly Deaf to the remote controls. Remote controls looked up to Fly Deaf as they made their way through here and became the stars that they are. And when they wanted to show that respect to Fly Deaf, what did they get? Yeah, like you said, Rick James.
Exactly. You know what? This time around, I think the remote controls are a bit smarter. They know what to expect with Fly Deaf. They said they see what they do. They always use cheat codes, and they're ready for any game plan they throw at them.
You know, y'all are absolutely right, especially in terms of just how these two seem to mirror one another. Because when I saw the remote controls come in, the first thought I had is like, oh man, these guys remind me of Fly Deaf when they first started.
Yeah, well, they started training here at the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena here with Booker T. And who were their trainers? Exactly.
Will and Zach. I mean, excuse me, Zach
and War. There we go. Oof, nice. Elevated drop kick. Tag in to Jay Knight. Yeah, if you're the remote controls, you're not making the same mistakes you made last time. A lot more experience. Ready to go. Nice drop kick. Oof.
It is a championship week.
Fly Deaf spending too much time setting up tactics. Meanwhile, looks like the remote controls, they got that Contra code locked in, the Konami code ready to go. It is all remote controls.
All remote controls so far, Carolina.
The remote control said they're ready for Row Nation to change the channel on these guys. 5-time champions might be intimidating for some, but not to the remote controls. Ooh!
Beautiful right there from Warren J. And Fly Brother taking a second to appreciate himself.
Insofar as since Fly Def has turned over this new leaf and they've turned their backs on the Row Nation, they've gotten more airtime, more championship opportunities, and frankly, more success. So love it or hate it, they're reaping the benefits.
5 times Fly Def has climbed the tag team mountain here at Reality Wrestling, setting a record as the most decorated champions in history. Cover, 1, 2.
When you think of the number 5, you think about somebody like Kobe Bryant, a 5-time champion. Fly Def is up there in the big leagues as one of the most decorated talents in reality of wrestling.
You also think about the 5-time WCW champion.
Don't forget about the boss. He's gonna sign your checks, maybe, hopefully.
But you're absolutely right. I mean, here's the thing, Chris, too. Not only did they make history in the tag team division, no championship in reality wrestling has ever been won 5 times by the same person.
Well, it speaks to a lot of things. First and foremost, longevity, being healthy enough, right? Whoa!
Cover, up, 1, 2.
And those are some great names you mentioned. Kobe, Booker T, legends in their own right.
How many times Saban climbed the mountaintop?
Okay, Alabama fan, Roll Tide and all that. But look, more importantly than that, I would dare say the tag titles are the hardest to continue to win. Just because you have that added X factor in that there's 2 people involved.
Right, they have to both stay in shape.
But a well-oiled machine that is Fly Brother Warren J and Zach Zilla. Just the affiliation is strong. The bonds are strong. That blood is thicker than water.
And right now, Jay Knight really needing to get a tag into Dom. Other remote controls here.
Dante Marchese is just itching for that tag.
Can he get it? Come on, Don. Oh! Dante Marchese knocked off the apron.
Nice. Jay Knight there. There's the opening, but no Dante.
Wait a minute. Oh, wow, what a counter. What a counter from Jay Knight.
Fantastic. Amazing counter, and you know what? These men are not afraid to push each other's buttons.
Oh my gosh, like Marvel versus Capcom, you gotta switch in your player. There we go, gotta get him in. Oh.
Right now, there it is. Dante Marchese feeling it.
I was a Wolverine and Ken guy myself, but nonetheless, Dante Marchese, here we go.
I always like Zangief, you know? Oh, missile drop kick, Carolina right to the dome of Warren J going for the cover.
Hook that leg.
Close but no cigar. Almost changed the channel on Fly Def, but couldn't get the job done.
Yeah, you know, there was a time that you had to change the channel to number 3 or 4 to get that Nintendo working. But I think we're well past that at this point. Remember needing to connect it to the VCR? I don't think these guys know what a VCR is, but they certainly do know how to take off.
Oh, man. The struggle is real, man. And right now, Fly Def is struggling, getting back into driver's seat. This is for the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
And you're seeing the youth of remote control stepping in. This is like PlayStation 5 versus an Atari.
Nice tag into Jay Knight. What you know about Atari? Come on now.
Atari's went hard.
Oh, man, but I got to say, Fly Brother all by himself.
Oh, man. Little tandem action. And could this be the opening?
A la Total Elimination. Look at this. Hook the leg.
Oh, Warren got the foot on the rope.
Was all Warren could do.
Very strategic.
Yeah. All right, regroup. For the remote control, that's as close as they've ever been to tasting gold. So now it's like, what's the next game plan here? What's in the playbook? Watch out.
Oh, Yukis. Oh, man. God dang. That super kick right to the sternum.
Yeah. Knock all the wind out of Dante, which leaves Jay. Oh, boy.
This looks like it's going to be all here. Cover. 1, 2, 3, and still.
The reality of wrestling tag team champions, the team of Flag Brother Warren G, Zach Silla, Fly
Dev and still tag team champions, proving again that they are the final level and the final bosses here at Reality of Wrestling.
A dominant display from the true veterans in this division.
Well, it's like the adage goes, as the trainers, they taught the remote controls everything FlyDef knows. But FlyDef certainly knows a whole lot that they didn't show the remote controls.
Well, Dante Marchese and Jay Knight had a good showing here tonight. Oh,
Hold on a second. That's Hoka.
That's the Tongan troublemaker and Atta.
Wait, Atti's, what? Hold on a second. What the hell are these two men doing in the ring? The match is over.
Whoa, I think Jay Knight's...
Hoka and Ativalu teaming up. Look at these. Oh my goodness.
God dang. We saw Hoka recently taking on Zilla Fatu, and now he's looked to his Polynesian partner there.
That's a hell of a statement to make here in the tag team division.
Big T's running in at 6'3". Big T's.
Trouble is brewing here at the Reality of Wrestling in our tag team division.
I stand by the fact that what happened to Eli was an accident. Malik? You want to accuse me? You want to point the finger in my direction? Boy, you got knocked smooth out. I would have finished the job. But Eli, now you come, and you're pointing that same finger Malik was. Keep pointing it, it might end up like your ribs. Broken. The Row Nation wants to keep pointing fingers. Eli, Malik, you want to point the finger? You don't know what I'm capable of. But everyone's about to find out. Everyone is about to find out. Everyone about to find out.
Rocket, listen up, mi gente. You see, your first mistake was thinking that I asked you to join me because I need you. You see, in fact, I don't need you for nothing. It's you who needs me. You see, Rocket, you just the flavor of the month, papi. Me, I'm Notorious, which basically means that I am infamous, which basically means, Rocket, that between pro wrestling and everything that I do in Hollywood, the lights, the cameras, the women, always on Papi, and you just in the background, slowly ascending, climbing, scratching, clawing, doing everything that you feel you need to do, which means standing up to me in the middle of the ring in front of all these bozos in Houston? You think they care about you, Rocket? They don't, and neither do I. You see, now it's personal, because you want to hop on the internet, you want to start talking your smack, thinking you big and bad, so this is what's going to happen, Rocket. Bring that camera closer to my face so you can see in my eyes that I ain't playing with you, boy. When you get into that ring with me, I'm going to put you down, I'm going to choke you out, I'm going to leave you lying in the ring, done. Then I'm going to walk to the back, I'm going to collect my money, I'm going to go to the club, pop a couple bottles, invite everybody that cares about Papi, which is about 100% more than the people that care about you. And I'm going to enjoy my night while you go back and reflect on the stupid-ass decisions you made.
Do you want to become a professional wrestler? Booker T's Reality of Wrestling training facility in Texas City, Texas is a 15,000 square foot facility with over 50 full-time students and wrestlers from around the world. Inside sits a 9,000 square foot venue set up for weekly shows where our students will showcase their skills in front of a live studio television audience. In the back, a full weight room complete with state-of-the-art equipment and personal trainers, along with a full staff and personnel running the day-to-day operations. Reality Wrestling provides everything you need to become a well-rounded professional wrestler, learning under the two-time WWE Hall of Famer, Booker T. Referees, ring announcers, and commentators. At Reality Wrestling, we just don't teach you how to be a professional wrestler, but how to be an elite sports entertainer. This is the reality of wrestling.
Our friends at Replay Games recently hosted a special meet and greet autograph signing. Fans lined up, waiting for an opportunity to get pictures and autographs from WWE Hall of Famers Booker T and Queen Sharmell, along with a number of other Row stars, including Promise Braxton and the Bad Apple Brian Keith. Replay Games, located at 2106 Yale Street in the Heights, is Houston's premier video game destination, covering all the systems and games from ColecoVision and Commodore to today's latest and greatest. No trade-in is too eclectic for owner Dave Cohen. Be sure to follow Replay Games Houston on all social media platforms. The reality of wrestling and Replay Games, a tag team that can't be beat.
Well, here we go. It is main event time on the reality of wrestling. Edge Stone and Booker T make their walk out to the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena. This has been building for several weeks, Chris.
A lot of trouble brewing. I find it a little bit hard to believe that the president of the Joe Hendry fan club has seemingly turned his back to it, but look at his buddy Edge Stone holding that Legends Championship.
Well, Joe Hendry said that, he thought that title might look good around his waist because Booker T is the president of the Joe Hendry fan club, Carolina.
That's a claim. I'm not going to go ahead and say that about the boss man, but the claim of Joe Hendry that Booker T is the president of the fan club, we don't know if that's true.
Oh yeah, well it's true. It's damn true. All right, I'm the secretary of the fan club. I'm the one that records all the notes.
Oh, so you have the minutes?
Yes, I do. I do have the minutes. I asked to be treasurer, but they politely said stay away.
You know what? Makes a lot of sense. But right now, Booker T is in there with Edge Stone, and we have a huge main event on Super Sunday. Y'all ready for this?
Joe Hendry, I believe in Joe Hendry, 'cause we love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Canada and Mexico. Oh man! I believe in Joe Hendry, I believe in Joe Hendry.
Well, here he is, Joe Hendry. A man who has had a hell of a 2024, main eventing NXT's No Mercy, going up against Nick Nemeth for the TNA World Championship. He now makes his reality of wrestling debut.
Look at the Walker Texas Toy Arena. Texas City said his name, and he certainly did appear.
I believe in Joe Hendry, prestigious
We're going to go to Eliana for our main event introductions.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by two-time WWE Hall of Famer Booker T. From Stone Island, weighing in at 255 pounds, the Stone Titan, Edge Stone.
The Reality Wrestling Legends Champion, Edge Stone. Booker T signaling to his 2 Hall of Fame rings.
And his opponent, 252 pounds of pure motivation. The answer to all life's problems, Joe Hendry.
Well, I think I have an inclination as to who the Row Nation would like to see win this match.
When I look at this matchup, I'm the happiest for Row Nation. They are going absolutely bananas right now for Joe Hendry versus Edge Stone.
Well, right now, main event time. Again, Joe Hendry, Edge Stone, Legends Championship is on the line. Booker T's on the outside. Booker T, the alleged president of the Joe Hendry fan club. And here's a really real story. Back when Joe Hendry first decided he wanted to become a professional wrestler, he told his mother, the place I want to go is to the United States, travel to Houston, Texas, and be trained by Booker T at the Reality of Wrestling. All these years later, he makes his debut and finds himself in the main event with Booker T watching from the outside.
I think there's a tinge of jealousy, if you ask me, about Booker T. You've got somebody usurping the level of excitement at the Row Nation. Listen to this. If you've built an empire like Booker T has, you don't want to be second fiddle. So I guess I can understand it.
You definitely don't want to be. But right now, Carolina, let's talk about Joe Hendry and the effect on this audience and the effect that this audience might have on Edge Stone.
I could barely get a word out because Row Nation is absolutely going crazy for Joe Hendry. They've been chanting "We Believe" this entire time. I can't even hear my own thoughts.
Impressive so far. Is the international superstar.
And I chuckle at the haters out there that say, oh, Joe Hendry is a one-trick pony, 15 minutes of fame, we're almost over. No. People don't understand that Joe Hendry gives the people what they want, like the OJ song. Even if they didn't think they needed it, he continues to deliver like that.
You're absolutely right. He gives the people what they want, which is why being at the Walker Texas Lawyer Arena,
place to be. Mid-sidewalk slam, and Edge Stone trying to shift the dynamics in this match.
Here is the place to be.
Cover.
Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, Booker T bestowed this King Booker T championship, this Legends championship. Bequeathed is a great word as well, although I wouldn't use it. But he did bestow this championship on Edge Stone. He gave it to him. He knighted him as royalty. What would it mean to have that title quite literally taken away from him by Joe Hendry?
What other than sort of shenanigans would Booker T throw in front of Joe Hendry to not make that a reality? Are we supposed to call Edgestone Sir Edgestone?
Sir Edgestone, because he was knighted as Legends champion.
He is a knight. And we also know that Edgestone has now been inserted into that championship match with Gaspar Hernandez and Zilla Fatu at Sub-Zero, thanks to some politicking by Booker T and Andrew Jackson. And we have to find out what happened to Zilla Fatu. Look at the power and the strength of Joe Hendry.
This is how Joe Hendry continues to evolve. Oh, yeah.
Looking for that big. There it is. He's got him.
Wait a
Joe
second.
Hendry.
Wait a second. Moose.
Moose. That's Moose. That's Moose. Joe Hendry was about to do it and beat Edgestone and become the Legends champion.
Of course Booker T figured out an additional insurance policy.
Well, we saw Moose looking for Booker. We knew that Moose and Booker and Edge had been hanging out. And look at that. Look at what Book's got in his hand. Look at that. Big wad of cash.
Money talks. Ooh, money talks. And of course, Moose is going to go for it. Look at Joe Hendry. Oh my gosh.
This is not what you want to see. Joe Hendry traveling all this way to Reality of Wrestling. And there's been a big beat.
There he is!
Oh yeah, there's Gaspar Hernandez. Gaspar to Moose. Firing up on Big Moose.
The man!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is an all-out brawl between all of these men. This has been Reality of Wrestling. We're trying to get this under control. This is your main event this week. We'll have to see how this concludes. Thank you for joining us on Reality of Wrestling.
Oh, they're still going. They're still